I wanted to wait to film this until my room was done so I could have a nice pretty background to film the video with, but that's been postponed. It's not gonna happen anytime in the near future. So I'm just filming in my closet. Never thought I'd be back in here again. But all jokes aside, I kind of like it. Closets have a reputation for having good acoustics. This is a nice blank wall back here since all my clothes are shoved into the side, so the closet might be sticking around. Literally, not metaphorically. Redyeing my hair is so long overdue. The last I did it was the beginning of December. You can see this used to be a deep blue and this was purple. Now my natural brown is coming through and there's pretty much no purple to be seen. I do love the color this faded to, but it's time for it to go and time for a new color to rise. Now when my hair was done the last time, I didn't do it. One of my coworkers who used to be a professional hairstylist did it. So it turned out really nice. I'm actually going to link to that video down below if you want to see that. You want to see her do my hair because I almost guarantee she's going to do a so much better job than I did. But I'm impatient and I don't want to wait to have someone else do it. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how I can do. I do still have the hair dye left over from the first time that I did mine when I used the Arctic Fox Poseidon and Aquamarine. These two. Even though, I don't know, I mixed them wrong, but they really ended up coming out pretty much the same color. That first time I dyed it all blue, I didn't have any purple in it. I only added the purple on the top the second time I dyed it. So this time I am coming in with Arctic Fox's Purple Rain. We're gonna see if I can two-tone dye my own hair. Worst comes to worst, plan B is just to go full purple, but we're going to try to do purple on the top and blue on the bottom. It's also probably important to note that when we did the two-tone dye, my hair was a lot longer, so there was a lot more to work with. It was probably meh-ish, and I chopped off a lot of it, so it's about shoulder length now. So I'm thinking like maybe blue to here-ish. Going into this with a plan, but that plan is more than likely just gonna be tossed to the side. I don't have any actual mixing bowls, so these are from single serve microwave macaroni and cheese things. They haven't washed, so I won't be putting any sort of mac and cheese in my hair. Not today, at least. That might be a future video, you never know. So we're gonna put the two blues in this cup and mix them together to make like a medium sort of blue between the two. This one will be purple. One major thing you learn if you grew up as an art kid is that, especially if you work with paint, you're never gonna end up mixing the same color twice. It does not matter how hard you try, how much you measure out what you did. If you want a specific color and you don't want to lose that color, you better mix enough and not let it dry out, because good luck if you want to try and match it again. I've already got dye in my hands. Also, I don't have any gloves and I'm not going out to the store to go buy some, so I'm just gonna look like I murdered a mermaid for the next few days. The only thing I care about not getting it on is the carpet, so I'm gonna put it in a paper towel. Aquamarine is in the bowl. Time for you, Poseidon. Honestly, that's probably too much dye, but I'm more concerned about maintaining the color than I am wasting dye. Usually I would mix it with the brush end of this, but I only have one of these and I don't want to have to run to the bathroom to clean it off. So I'm going to mix it together with the end and hope that works. When I actually go to use this color, since I'll be using this second, I will go in and move it around with the brush tip some more to make sure it blends properly, but it looks pretty good. I should have gotten another paper towel. Now this purple has never been used, so we get to have a satisfying... My hand's wet. Why is my hand wet? Peeling off the cap moment. No, never mind. Not as satisfying as I was hoping. Sort of. Not... no, not really, but... Yay! When I did this with Rachel's hair dye, I stuck my finger into it and got purple, not purple, red. All over me. What is wet? Why are my hands wet? Time for you, Purple Rain. You know, it'd probably help if I undid the cap. Take 2. That's better. I swear I'm an adult. Anyone who says that they squeeze a bottle and get a farting noise out of it and don't giggle is a liar. I'm realizing that I left my hairbrush across the room and I've cornered myself into the closet. So we're gonna hope that this is enough just to use the end of this. I've got a light box, a mirror, and this is sitting on a chair. There's literally no way for me to get out of the closet right now without just toppling my entire setup. So let's just try. I feel like I say this a lot every time I try and do some sort of DIY or hair video or anything like that, but if you came to this video for a genuine tutorial, I'm so sorry. I really don't have any sort of plan for this, so we're just gonna section up a piece and see what happens. My biggest concern is the back, because I can see the front. Like, I can figure that out. Also, I said I had that mirror over here, so I'm going to be looking in this direction. Typically, I value my shot over things, but I value my hair a little more at the moment. No turning back now. Whee! Yeah, I really should have got a hair tie. Whoops. My bad. How damaging is this tie actually not in my hair? Will this break my hair? Yeah, probably. Not long enough anyway. Whoop. That's just gonna be the tagline of this video. Whoops. Trying to feel where the line is while I'm doing this because I can't see jack. There it is. First time we're just going for it. That could have been a lot worse than it was. Oh my god, I just dropped this. I feel like this should be a no-brainer, but if you're going to dye your own hair at home, wear clothes that you're not too concerned about getting dye on. Because I just like ran this across my shoulder. Honestly, I have no idea where I'm putting the purple at this point. It might end up being unintentionally all purple anyways. Should I do a two-tone someday? Split it down the middle, have purple, then blue. I've seen people that do that with black and white and it's really cool, but I feel like you gotta be a certain type of person to pull that off, and I'm not that person. I'm just gonna wipe it on me at this point. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, I am not re-bleaching my roots. Yeah, I'm not re-bleaching my roots because my hair has been through so much as it is that I'm trying to let it grow out, so I'm hoping that the purple will just sort of naturally blend into the dark brown. When we did Rachel's, since her roots were naturally dark brown, the red had a really nice fade into it. So I'm really hoping that we're gonna stick with something like that, and then it'll turn like that, but there's also a chance that it just won't stick to my natural roots at all, which is, I mean, better than wrecking my hair. I'm okay with that. I prefer it stick, but not the end of the world. Oh my god. What a look. What a look. I've been here like 10 minutes. My foot's already fallen asleep. At Bobby, what? That was 100% not enough purple, so let's see if we can squeeze some more on here. More purple crunk. So satisfying. Get out. On my grave, I'd like there to be a tally list of the amount of hairdressers I've made cry with these types of videos. So if you're a hairdresser and watching me do this made you cry, please leave a comment down below so I can add you to the tally mark on my gravestone. That somehow made it worse. I feel like this very bottom layer isn't getting anything. So we're gonna try and bend over, maybe? I have no idea if any of this is in shot, so if it's not, I am so sorry. Okay, now that I think I look like I've truly lost it, not that I didn't before, and I am completely purple on the sand. I think it's time to move on to the blue. After using that much purple, I know the blue that I first put in is not going to be enough. Just gonna pour the rest of this in here. Now I can actually stir it with the end of the brush because I've already done the purple. Kitty, I want to pick you up so I can show you to the internets, but I don't want to make you purple. I also don't have any sort of plan for how to apply the blue. Screw it. Kitty, if you knock over my camera. Meow. I want to show you to the internet, but I'm purple. Please don't touch my purple finger. Can you no? Okay, never mind. Goodbye. Okay, we've reached the point where I'm just sticking my fingers in here and massaging it into my hair. Now the tricky part of this technique is not glooping it onto the floor. If you have hardwood or something, feel free to gloop all you want. Actually, no. I don't know if this comes out of floor. No idea if hair dye would come out of hardwood, if it would stain it or not. Probably, so maybe don't gloop it. But if you were going to gloop it anywhere, hardwood would be the best choice. I know for sure glooping it onto carpet is not a good plan. Can you put too much dye on? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. I don't think it'll hurt. Just put the rest of it on, even though I think it's technically as covered as it's gonna get. I should find some death metal music to put over this. I used to spend a crazy amount of time in my earlier teen years when the scene was still a scene, watching YouTube videos of scene kids cutting the hair and dyeing the hair. And I remember going to get my hair cut and spending hours thinking of how I was going to phrase to the hairdresser that I wanted the scene kid bang sweep, but without saying the word scene kid, because you wanted to look like a scene kid, but you didn't want to say you were a scene kid. It was my middle school, end of middle school-ish, so it would have been late 2000s, which at that point scene was dying out and I was so late to the party. I wonder if you can hear my cat crying in the background. I'm not torturing my cat, I promise. I just can't get up to let her out at the moment. You are trapped. Mwahaha. This was my evil plan all along. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that I've wrecked the purple at this point. My only hope for it is that since I put it on first, it might stay. Okay, well, now that I can definitely become an honorary memory of the Blue Man group, it's time to just let this sit, and then we'll go wash it out. This is really fun to do when you have dye on your hands, because it's so lotiony and slippery. I'm probably just making it worse. Why does my nose have to be itchy when I'm blue? I'm blue, da-boo-dee-da-boo-da. Can't sing that. That's copyright. Okay, still blue, but good enough to turn off the camera. I'll see you in half an hour. It's a good thing we're repainting these walls, because I just leaned against the wall and I stood up and... Whoops. Alright, half an hour's up. Actually, it's been a little more than half an hour, but luckily with this dye, it won't hurt you to leave it on longer than that. So, let's go wash it out. Et voila! I actually haven't seen this yet. I can see the blue out of the corner of my eye, and I can see when I'm blow drying it, but I have the viewfinder flipped around the other way, so... Okay, alright. I'm into that. It's definitely a lot more blue than I was... Talk about going back to the scene days. A lot more blue than I was expecting, and yeah, I think I lost whatever purple was there. Except for the part that's on my forehead. But that's okay. I'm into this blue. My hair is always so Oh, so untamably fluffy after I blow dry it. All my makeup washed off in the shower, so not only am I extra pale now, all of my bad skin is showing through, so I think that means it's time to end this video before I break the camera lens. I'm kidding. Self-positivity. Love your face. All faces are good faces. You want to do this outro with me? Jamie? This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Links to everything I used are down in the description if you want to check out these colors. Obviously, this is not sponsored by Arctic Fox, but I love the colors and I love that they're cheap and effective. So if you're ever looking for a color to use, check out Arctic Fox because they do a great job and they fade really nicely, which is always good because obviously this color won't stay super long after I wash it, but you want something that's gonna fade to a good color and I trust these guys to do so. I've gone from Blue Man Group to Grape, so you get a lovely grape hand to tell you. Until next time, guys.